Yeah, good day, great minds. This is an assignment on how to identify your potentials, how to really understand what you are born to do. It's all encompassing quite a lot of important topic, but we're going to break it down into three parts. But before I go further, I would like to say thank you to Blessing Ayo, the CEO, Chief Executive Officer, and the Director of Nicole Dietary Consultants for giving us this opportunity on this kind of assignment. This is probably going to be my first time. There could be a little bit of I'm trying to catch up and fright, sort of. The bottom line is to identify what you're actually born to do might be a little bit difficult because of society, the condition upon which we are being born, and then the support that we get from parents, from teachers, and all whatnot. What really happens is that when a child is being born, yeah, they tend to like being structured towards what the parents know is best for them. That is for the parents, because obviously parents can't see the inside of you. They can't see you from the inside as to like now to say, oh, this child of mine is going to be a pastor. This child of mine is going to be a doctor or a lawyer in the future. However, I've decided to break it down into three parts. There is one part which is H2H. H2H, and the second part is fear. The third part is do. Based on the research that I've gone through in this kind of on this topic, I've come to realize that the first part, H2H, is a situation whereby you are being born, you are being structured towards the law, the rules, maybe by religion, maybe by culture, and all sorts. However, a lot of us were being born to like do some different things that even is different from the culture and in the environment at which you have been born. But it could be a bit difficult. Let's say, for instance, you are being born into a Christian family, and then there are some norms and there are some approach that doesn't even go by, or probably the Muslim family that doesn't go by the religion. However, that is your destiny. That is what you have been born to do. So, in essence, this gives us a little bit of difficulty to accomplish the actual fact and the reason why we are being born. I can give us an example based on this, but we need to connect as much as possible to be able to discover that point. Number one, uh, I can say, I can give you a reference of some, successful people around. They were doing something before they got to realize that, oh, actually, this is what I'm being born to do. I can give an example of Anthony Joshua, for instance. Yeah, he's a champion now. He's the talk of the town. Yeah, the young man initially was treading the wrong path in life before he eventually discovered he's supposed to be a boxer. And then the fact about it is that when you discover that thing that you are actually being born to do, you will do it comfortably. And even when you go through every difficulties while you are doing that, you don't break down. You still rise up and you continue. Yeah, he has won many belts. He's been a champion, Olympic champion. He's got about 4 belts, and then and the Royals took it off from him, and that wasn't the end of the life for him. Look at the way the young man rise up again, and he got it back. That shows you that is destined. That is what. That doesn't mean he's not going to be beaten anymore. He might still be beaten by some other people in future, but the fact still remains that he will not just go down like that because it's a natural thing. It's from inside, and you will come up all the way, and it learns. Then that's an example. That was an example of this young man that I heard the story of him being a successful banker, and then usually in UK here where we are, when they finish work in the evening, they have a place where they come together to enjoy the day, like having a drink, and it's a culture. When you go to central London, it's all like that. Or you go to Canary Wharf, you see them big boys as it is, successful bankers, successful individuals. So this young man by the name of Andy, he and his mate they usually assemble at that restaurant at the end of the day after work, so they could talk about the next day. And then, so this particular day, when he got to that restaurant, he came across this haggard, rough-looking rock star. A rock star, there's a musician, but they've got their own kind of rock kind of music, like. So he connected with this guy immediately. They just got involved in discussions, and then he abandoned his friends. He did not even have time for his colleagues at work that they came together for the drink. So while he was doing that, they talked all day, and his mates were like, Andy, are you all right? He said, yeah, I'll catch up with you. Before you knew it, the guy took the whole day from him. And on his way back home, that particular night, then he started thinking to himself and said, how come I'm connected with this guy? What could be the reason behind this? Behold, that was when it dawned on him that he had always wanted to be a rock star. So this is a sign. We have signs that, we have, when we come across that thing that we are being structured or we are being born to do, we usually have a sign. But by the way of the fact that, my mom or my father asked me to go to school, I got to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, they get blocked. We block these situations ourselves. Another example could be first, the Femi Falana's son that is a musician now. We have quite a lot of Nigerian musicians at the moment in time that are already gone to school, they are medical doctors, and now they had to go back into music. That is exactly what they are born to do. It's not about being a shortcut. Some people might be thinking, it's a shortcut because they want to make quick money. No. Because if it was going to be for them to make quick money, it's not going to be like, medical line, leaving it. Most of them schooled abroad even, and they had to go back home. Look at the band, for instance. He and Don Jazzy, they had issues in UK here. They were with McDonald's in the flipping burgers and serving people that come around for burgers until they discover what they really wanted to do in life. And see, look at them today. So that is H2H. That is the first one. The moment you notice that, you will see the sign. And that sign tells you exactly what you are supposed to be doing in life. The second one is fear. That is the greatest part of it, I tell you. Fear. Fear of the unknown. A lot of people are kind of afraid to do things that they're destined to do, even after they've identified it. And they come to think, hang on a minute, can I do this? But I really want to do it. But I can't do it. But I wanted to do it. But you need to come across that but. You not to just get over the but. But is not the solution to this. You have to conquer that fear, because at the end of the day, what you are destined to be might be at the other side of the fear itself. So if by paraventure you decided to I'm going to conquer the fear and I'm going to go ahead, and at the end of the day you come to realize that is exactly what you are destined to be in life. It could be a bit difficult at the beginning, but like I said earlier on, while we're explaining the H2H aspect of it, it comes to light that, wow. I can give you an example myself, because a few years ago, I tried to venture into something else that I never even thought I could do. Because I went to the bank one day and I saw this young man, my banking officer, and we just got talking. We started talking about politics, and then before I knew, we talk about world politics, we talk about the United Kingdom politics, Nigerian politics, the Far East, and the guy looked at me and said, wow, you could be a motivational speaker. And I said, motivational speaker? How? He said, do you know what? I've noticed something about the discussion we just had now. You are quite up to date. I said, that's because I read newspapers and I'm in tune with news, and that's it. He said, it's not all about, but it's the fact that you know how to put it across. It's like I've learned quite a lot of things from you just now, within just this short period of time. And I said, really? Before I knew it, this guy started up with a YouTube channel. He's a speaker himself now. That as an example. And the second time, after I had that discussion with that guy, and I was trying to conquer this fear, then I put up a discussion for a group of married women that had issues in their marriages, and then by some reason I don't really know how it all come to be, but it was like magical. I got involved in giving them a pep talk on how to make their marriage work for them and the rest of it. And I tell you what, about 20% of them now are smiling and they are so happy in their marriages now. Like, I even met some of them and their husbands. Then they took me out for dinner and we had quite a lot of talks. And those are the ways, if I had not been able to like kind of put that fear behind me, I know at the beginning there was a bit of fright, like like there are a lot of 20 people sitting down there, and you are gonna have to put some messages across to them, and they were like, wow, this young man knows. And it wasn't as if I read most of the things I was telling them somewhere. I did not read it anywhere. It just coming naturally like that. And that brings me back to when I was in school. I remember when I was in my secondary school back in Nigeria, my colleagues used to call me Lawyer Edun, and I was like, maybe I'm going to be a lawyer after all, because for some reason I'm just like the person that comes in front of any of the problem they are going to be coming across. I remember the episode I had with the Board of Governors back then, and actually that landed me with suspension. But anyway, I overcame it, and because obviously, if you are brilliant, you are brilliant. I still came across that, and everything went on well. And the third part, which is the conclusive part of it, is do. That do is very, very important, because after you have identified your what you're destined to do by seeing the sign, after you've decided now to overcome the fear, then you have to put down everything every day, and you have to do something new each day. And as you're doing anything, every of these things new as the day goes by, that tells you now you are building up. So when you are doing it, you're practicing, and when you're practicing, you are getting used to it. So you could be called, even when you're asleep, they could just wake you up and say, "Wake up, Mr. Jack," and before you knew it, you are telling them what they want to hear, and it doesn't. It's not as if you're gonna have to go into your archives. You're gonna have to go into the brain. You have everything up there because it's what you're used to doing. But if you don't do it, you can't get it. Because I could remember one of the saying of Steve Jobs, that you can't connect the dust with your voice. You can only connect the dust when you look back. So that's how it is. You're gonna have to look back, and then you structure yourself well enough. I think there's quite a lot of topic to talk about, but in honesty and getting to identify exactly what you are born to do, these are the steps you need to look through. H2H, fear, and do. If you can identify it, the signs. If you can allay the fear, you put the fear away, you can get it. And you have to put everything in action by doing it. I hope with these little discussions, I've been able to let you see a little bit of this light in achieving what you're destined to do. And then in conclusion, if you really want to join the school of discovery as per knowing what you are destined to do, you're going to have to contact Mama Nature, we're fondly call her, that is Blessing Enyo, the CEO of Nicole Dietary Consultants. Thank you very much.